Okay, so we're streaming. Yep. So today we are going to be playing, ooh geez, NIDHOGG, which is a weird indie game. A very weird indie game. And yeah, so this image here is my operating system of choice, obviously Hannah Montana Linux. Only viable Linux option of 2015, so the more you know. Alright, so we're going to be playing through the entirety of the single player. That's all of these people. And now I have gotten the achievement that says that I beat the single player. Jesus, that's loud. Okay. Yeah, 5%. That's good. Anyway, I have the achievement that says I beat the entirety of the single player, but I haven't. So anyway, I don't know. Well, anyway, that's an example of how long it's gonna take tonight. Yeah, so in this game, it's a fencing game, as you probably already have figured it out. Pretty simple controls. I'm using the Xbox controller because, you know, I don't need a reason. Anyway, so yeah, it's sword fighting and it's independent. Really good for local multiplayer, not good for single player or basically anything other than your ability to slap the person that beat you in the face. Yep. Oh wow, I just started streaming. Oh wow, okay. That's a lot of lag. So from the time I just started talking to now, I mean for you, it's a lot later. Yeah, that's the lag I have, so any comments will be useless. Anyway, this is the cloud. Wait, I should explain more about NIDHOGG first. Why don't I? Before I actually explain the individual levels. Yeah, it's good if you're within punching distance of the people that you're playing. But otherwise, you know, it's not that good. I mean, if it was free, it would be, you know, definitely worth it. But it's 15 bucks, which is, you know, a bit steep for controlling beanbags, which are essentially anorexic beanbags. Why would all the beans come out like that? Yep, just not okay. So yeah, at the end of the game, NIDHOGG eats you, which makes you think, what really is winning? I mean, it doesn't actually make you think, but if you're, you know, streaming and you don't have any original content to say, then you know you can say that. Anyway, I'm playing against a cyan beanbag, but he will realize that he is no match for the yellow master race. Oh, I was about to prove a point there by saying how easy the AI is if you know how to beat them, but that didn't work. Ha! So anyway, yeah, that's how you win the game. You sword fight that. Yep. Well, you can win the game like that, but nope. Anyway, how are my levels? Oh right, nobody's watching. Yeah, for 15 bucks, I wouldn't really get this. Maybe if it's on sale, but I don't know. That was luck. Most of the times in this game you're just thinking, wow, I didn't deserve that. And of course that refers both negative and positively. So yeah. Yeah, there are 4 levels of this game, you know, for 15 bucks. not a particularly good. Yeah. Yes, let's create humor by using X. Ugh. I just completely forgot what that word was. Well, that's how streaming works. Oh, aren't you so clever? Aren't you so super clever? Shut up. So I guess we have one person watching, which is nice, even though it doesn't say that on the chat. In fact, you know what? I'm going to add a scene. Add window capture. Bleh. Yep, and alright. This is the chat. This is what I see. That's me. Yeah, Twitch isn't the best client to use. So anyway, that's that. I'm not, catering this stream to the people watching immediately. I just stream so then I don't have to use a video capturing desktop software. Fraps is what I'm trying to say. And so anyway, in this game you can throw your sword, and I mean it works against human players, and sometimes the AI, as I just proved twice, but you can't really throw it in tight spaces, and you can disarm your characters, your people, enemy, names, words, nobody understands, it's English. Yeah, you can disarm them by, well, I don't know, look it up. You wiggle your sword at them, which is how, everything works. You wiggle your sword at things. That's how things get done in the world of Nidhogg. It is, really not much of a democracy between these, anorexic beanbags, but, they just have tournaments in which the winner is eaten by a Nidhogg. I think it's some form of masochism, but I don't know. Yeah, the AI, not really much of the advancing type, yeah, so kind of rely on the AI to just, let their defenses down. Because, it's an indie game. Do you really expect effort? So, yeah, they spill their beans, multi-racial beans, everywhere. I didn't have to get him, but, Yeah. So yeah, they're multiracial or racial beanbags, as you can see by I am yellow and he is cyan. Is it a metaphor for racism? No, that's stupid. Why would any developer put that much time into giving their games like philosophical meaning? It is a game where you get eaten by a worm when you win. So yeah. So in this game, the respawning is kind of weird. You don't always know when you're gonna respawn. Like, I might have respawned just in time then, but, it's weird. And so, I recently, yeah, you can, just do that. I recently learned, what the original purpose behind respawning is, and, like, the exact science behind respawning. There are a lot of theories behind how respawning works. Like, let's say that, like in James Bond, let's say that they're all different people, because, they're different actors, so it makes sense. And or it's like some Doctor Who crap where it's regenerating. Or like in video games, there's this whole conspiracy where like the bad guy, you know, is responsible for the respawning because he knows that the protagonist is a masochist and like he just wants to make them sad and not die because, you know, people on the internet think of this and, you know, they want to be dark and edgy. But really, I found out the actual reason conveyor belts are fun. The actual reason why respawning works. It started off in a movie series, most notably with James Bond, of course. Oh look, somebody's watching me. Isn't that nice? Welcome to the stream, Wolfman HD21. I'm not gonna judge that name because you're watching this. Anyway, James Bond is obviously the most famous form of respawning other than the Doctor, and you know, I can just see the Twitch chat now. It's gonna be like, no, all these other things that are contrary, but blah, Twitch chat, internet, contrary people, and whatnot. But anyway, James Bond. See, the reason, actually no, let's start with Doctor Who. The actual reason that the Doctor respawns, and every character in everything ever respawns. Oh, he's going that way. I forgot I was losing. The reason anything ever respawns is to keep the, you know, the series going. Like, why would it be any other reason? You're putting too much thought in this. There's no conspiracy. It's just a game or other type of media, like in the case of Doctor Who and James Bond and whatnot. Yeah. Was like Pong the first game that allowed respawning? I mean, it's not technically respawning, but like, you know, you get another chance after you lose. So I guess, you know, people that are really exact with everything will say that Pong, you know, kind of started respawning, and then there will be some edgy journalists for BuzzFeed or PBS, like BuzzFeed and PBS, yes, definitely compare those. They're obviously very similar in that they're both based around the internet, and definitely they both have the same business practice, and one is definitely not any more trustworthy than the other. Anyway, enough about this rant about BuzzFeed and PBS. One of those edgy news kind of things is going to come out saying how respawning, like, really has this deep philosophical meaning in our society of how, like, it illustrates our fear of death and, like, our sentiment towards life and bioticism, and how it just illustrates the issues of mortality. But really, it's just so you can, you know, keep playing. You know, maybe things. Wow, I am getting through this really quickly. I really did not expect this. Anyway, it's getting through games and playing it multiple times. There really isn't any other meaning. Sometimes people just, you know, need to... No, don't say think less, because at the current rate that we're thinking, maybe we should think more. But anyway, sometimes people overthink things a bit, you know, and kind of waste time. Sorry there. Kind of waste time thinking about entirely trivial things, like, the education system. Really anything about philosophy ever. Like, what's the meaning of life? To grow and develop and reproduce. That is the meaning of life. What's the... No, like, the philosophical meaning to... I don't know, like... Philosophy is crap, like... Thanks for contributing to society, philosophers. You've really taught people that, like, you know... Life. We need to know what it means to exist. We can't just, you know, go along with it. As a nihilist, you know, why don't you just, you know, you go along with things as they are presented. Ha! Anyway,